Welcome to Sage Sisters. We are sisters, besties, moms, and co-founders having a fun catch-up on parenting and life.
Hey, I'm Ann.
And I'm Kate. Welcome to a new episode of the Sage Sisters. What up, TA?
I am having a pretty awesome day, I feel like.
Ooh, I like that energy.
Yeah, I just feel like we've been on a couple work calls this morning. Things are flowing, and I feel like we're kind of chopping at that list. You know, I like a list chop.
Oh, God, you really do. Also, someone goes, why do you call her TA? Tan Ann, if you missed an episode or two. She, in high school, went to the tanning bed every damn day and was orange. So we started calling her Tan Ann.
I was just talking about this weekend. It was so funny because I said something. Oh, I think you've called me Tan Ann on the podcast before. Same thing.
Yeah.
My friend Melissa was like, where did you get that nickname? And I was like, well, it all started when Kate was trying to be Nate the Great from those books, The Magician, which I can never say.
He's not even a magician. He's a detective. But it
detective.
inspired the name.
So you would sign cards to like family members, Kate the Great, and then I thought I was being
I was
clever.
really obnoxious. I was very obnoxious. By the way, I was like in kindergarten, I'd like to say.
Right. It's cute. It was actually cute. And then
Kate the
your
Great.
younger sister, who I would like to remind everyone was younger.
Yeah.
So when this next part comes out, you don't think I'm a total idiot. I thought it was cool to be like you, and I would sign cards and the pan just because it rhymed.
You didn't sign them at 3. You weren't a
Well,
prodigy.
I did when I got older, and then I would draw a little. Unfortunately, it was a pot. It wasn't even a pan with a little steam coming out.
I can picture it perfectly. It's coming back vividly.
So
So
and
Kate
the pan
the Great
and Kate the Great
and
were
the
formed.
pan.
Yeah.
But then in high school became the tanning bed. Then we added Tan and the pan,
Yeah.
which then became Tan, which then became TA.
Totally.
You know how nicknames go. They get away from
flow.
you.
They flow.
All right.
Anyways,
hopefully this
that'd be-
podcast will flow. Let's tee the topic, and then we can get back to all the highs and lows. Do you want to
Okay.
tee the topic, or you want me to?
Sure, I'll tease it. Basically, we are doing a mid-year goal check-in. So for all the listeners, in January, very early January, we did kind of goals we'd like to accomplish personally, professionally, in the year of 2026. Now that we sit halfway through it, we're going to recap where we are and give the real answers.
Okay. The honest to goodness, how we doing? Come to Jesus, look in the mirror with bad lighting, figure
That's
out
right.
where we're at.
So hopefully this will be relatable, motivating, all the above.
If nothing else, honest. Okay. So what's your high?
My high is we had such a wonderful weekend. It was Father's Day this past weekend. So this will air like a week later. But we had, I'm a planner. I like a plan.
Yeah, you do.
But this year for Father's Day, I couldn't come up with a plan. We decided Ace really wanted to play in a baseball tournament that he got asked to play in and basically sub in for a buddy's team. And it was all day Saturday, and depending on how we did, we might have played Sunday. So I couldn't make any plans. And so just want to pause to say it was great. So Saturday was amazing. Ace was really in his element of playing baseball and playing with his buddies. And I had said this before, but we were on a travel team this past year. It was local travel. And by all accounts, they were very successful. We liked the team. There was no drama. We loved the coach.
Yeah.
But at the end of the season, I felt like Ace was a little burnt out. And he just looked at us. We lost the plot somewhere. And he looked at us and said, I just want to play with my buddies. That's what's going on here. And we kind of just were like, oh, okay. That makes so much sense. We kind of got into like, try out for this team, and then you make the team, and then you're on it, and yada, yada, yada.
It's easy to get swept up in all of the like, he could make the top team. And
right. Well, and he wasn't on the team with his really good buddies. And so,
you know what, though? It's actually amazing that he was able to identify that feeling, tell you what he wanted, and that you and Phil were open enough to sort of be like, oh, okay, like, let's fix this.
Yeah.
It
took a little bit of pulling it out of him, because we were like, what's up? Like, we don't have to play baseball. We don't care. you know? And it's like, if baseball's not your thing, let's, but instead of quitting altogether, we kind of came to this great place of like, he does love the sport and he just wants to play with his buddies. It's like, okay, let's do that. So anyways, this was the first
It would
weekend of
be
kind
a
of
good podcast. I think it would be a good podcast topic to talk about like kid sports and losing the plot.
I agree. I've thought about a podcast on losing the plot for a lot of things, like,
all things. Okay. We go broader.
all things like kid sports. Obviously we've lost the plot, but even like this, like pressure parents are putting on themselves, mom puts on themselves, the social pressures of, bouncing back after babies, like all the things. I feel like there's a lot of things that we've lost the plot on. Kids and tech. Yeah. Maybe we'll do that. Anyways, so I didn't have a plan for Father's Day and nothing was more exciting to my husband. We woke up and I was like, what do you want to do? Like, what's the plan? And he was like, hand up, like nothing. And like his nothing
Although
is
I was going to say your nothing is not the same as my nothing, but what did you
do? We did yard work. We got our house back together. We cleaned the cars. It just meant you were
mostly at home, but you did 1,000 things.
Yeah, we didn't have plans. And then we grilled out and we had the best time and our kids were so cute.
I will say that video you posted of them playing in the sprinkler melted my heart.
They were getting along, all of them, and just having fun and being silly. And we were just like, after some of the yard work, we just popped our yard chairs up and let them play in the sprinkler. And like, we had a seltzer and a beer and just like watched them play. It was so fun. And then we grilled out. It was,
what was cute about the video? Yes, your kids were cute, but like you and Phil giggling at them was like really, really charming. It was like you could tell you were enjoying them.
Yeah. And you want to enjoy your kids every day, but it's not always what happens. And it was really nice to be brought back in a moment. And we kind of looked at each other and we said, this is why we do it. Like this is the moments that like make it all worth it.
You need a couple good moments thrown in there to remind you.
Totally.
Well, it's great that it happened on Father's Day.
I know. So we just, all in, great weekend. What about your high?
Yeah, we put together a nice weekend over here too. All spring we had bocce on Friday night, which was great. It was like an adult bocce league and the kids would come with us and go to kids club. It was fun.
Yeah.
But I will say I had been missing our family Friday nights.
Oh, yeah.
And we got back to that and it was perfect. We ended up doing game night. Calvin had a come from behind win at Catan. I'm such a nerd. I love Settlers of Catan, but
that game.
I've convinced him it's basically Minecraft in board game form. So he's fully
kind of is. Yeah.
It kind of is. So he, anyways, loved rubbing it in and
good for him.
It was just cute. It was very cute. So, and I I'll talk about it in my obsession, but I got a new lamp. So I had the lamps. I found a good playlist on Spotify called like Chill Road Trip Mix.
Oh, okay.
But it's just Friday night had good vibes. And then we had a early morning swim meet.
Okay.
Both the kids' pop times. And I actually enjoyed myself. Like I was there for a long time, but I was like, enjoying it, hanging out with friends. Now, Saturday night, this could go down in the sounded perfect, but in execution had some issues category. The dads, which good on dads for making plans. They organized going to the drive-in movie, which our kids had never been to a drive-in.
I don't think so actually. But I love the idea of a drive-in. We used to do drive-ins as kids.
Mm-hmm. Toy Story 5. Everything was lining up. Okay. Close friends, pretty date, drive in for the first time. Let's go get our snacks. We were ready. Brought all the blankets for the back of the pickup truck. Now here's where it kind of started to derail for us.
Waiting for the low here.
California doesn't get dark till 9 p.m. right now. So the movie didn't start till 9.
Oh my gosh.
And we had an early morning swim meet. And I would say about 9. Yeah, Grace, some would say bitch, some would say irritable, but she was like, she couldn't hear it. And all the kids were just, it was like she wasn't vibing.
Yeah.
Then Calvin got too tired and really lost his shit, honestly. Like on the way home, he fell asleep and we couldn't get him out of the car to get him even upstairs. He was like
so tired. Oh, it's just a recipe for disaster. Lack of sleep is a recipe.
And kind of ruined Sunday too, if I'm being honest. Like we had a chill plan, but our whole family was going to go golf, just like driving range, a couple holes maybe. Calvin was just a mess. So he and I stayed back. Grace and Chris went. So, one of these things, it's like, okay, I don't think we'll be doing a 9 p.m. start of we got home at 11:30. It was too late for us.
That's way late. I mean, that's super late. Here's the thing is,
sometimes all these families were there. I'm like, maybe just our kids can't handle it.
No, it's every kid. They all paid for it the next day. Listen, some nights you can have a little bit of a later night, and if they sleep hard, they can wake up and be fine.
Yeah.
2 nights of any activity, it's worst case scenario for us.
Mm-hmm.
But like we always talk about this, and sometimes I forget in moments like that where you get excited and it's a good plan. You're like, this will be fun.
And how cute. The kid's never been to a drive.
Yeah. I mean, it's a dream scenario minus the time of it. I forget. My kids can't handle no sleep. They're just not good at it.
If it started at 7, it would have been a chef's kiss.
Yeah.
But
all right.
Alas.
That is. Well, what did you think of Toy Story 5? Did you watch it?
Watched it. And here's what I'll say. A couple thoughts. 1, can I go to a freaking movie without a tech theme that's kind of running it for me because it's our work? No. I bitched about this with Devil Wears Prada too, but it's like, the whole story of Toy Story 5 is the iPad, the lily pad. And then it's like and I'm just like, golly, this career is creeping into like everything is this.
Well, you know what that means? We're picking the right time to execute
we're timing it beautifully.
A safe tech.
Timing it. It could have been a commercial for Sage Haven, honestly. So I'll do a like Instagram story on like, here's what I liked about it. Here's what I didn't like about it. Like there was some nuance with it, but Toy Story is cute. There were some funny characters. But I was kind of annoyed that I was like, oh, I got to like work kind of. Mm-hmm. And then the second thing I will say, Toy Story is not my favorite series. And I was trying to like pinpoint, like none of them were. Even the first one, which was the best of them, it was like good. I'd probably give it like, even this one, I'd probably say like 6 out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
And there were funny characters. It's really well done and high quality. But like, there's something about it that makes you feel guilty for not playing with your toys.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't love that. I don't know if there's also the sadness of like your kids growing up and not needing these toys anymore. It's like, it's a little bit dark. Am I right?
Yeah. I will say I liked the first Toy Story. Yeah. I really did not like the second one. Was almost scary. I remember to the kids. Yeah. It's not my favorite either, but I think it's, we always get excited about a new movie coming out that is directed at kids.
And listen, it's cute. Go see it with your family. I'm sure the kids will love it. It's really good. It's just, I don't know. I'm like,
you can't handle the truth.
I can't get away. I can't get even an escapist movie anywhere.
This is true.
That's all I want. But anyways, we had a good Father's Day. All in all, it was a good weekend. I feel good today. I actually, even Cal crapping out of the golf gave me enough time to like kind of get my house in order in a way that feels nice today. So we're good. Okay. That's how I feel. We're good.
You're back, baby.
We're back, baby. What's your low?
But not too low.
Because that was my low. I hide and load there.
Yeah. I have a stupid low to start. I have 2. Okay. I have 1, but just like this is a side note almost.
Okay.
I can't have things that belong to me. Nothing
without your kids running
in this house belongs to me. Yeah, exactly. I joked about my candle warmer a few months back, but it's like I had this amazing candle warmer, still do. But the amount of fingerprints I find in my candles is just annoying. I'm like, get your fingers out of there. This is my candle warmer. Quit messing with it. Same thing goes. I went out. I have a morning ritual where I take my coffee out to my back porch, and I'm a plant lady now, how I've announced, thanks to our friend Lori. I just got inspo and got all these plants, and now I go out there and I mist them. I got a mister.
Oh my gosh.
It's really quite therapeutic. Today I go out misting and all of a sudden soap comes out of it. I'm like, who put soap in my mister? And I'm sure they were being just cute, like making bubbles. Yeah, totally. I was livid. So then I was like, I have to go to Amazon and buy it. It's like $10, but still, I was just like, this is my garden mister. This is not a bubble maker or whatever they were up to. It's mine.
I love too. It's like the weirdest steps. Like, what were you doing? A little bit.
Totally. Oh yeah, it's like where's the soapy water? I don't know.
Exactly. What did this ruin that I haven't found yet?
Next week that could be my low. We'll see. But that was one. That was a silly one. But sibling fighting. We talk about this a lot.
I was gonna say, you want to talk about it between you and me, or what do you got going on?
No. I meant kids
you wanna pick a
sibling
fight?
fighting.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Okay.
Not looking to duke it out
crack
here.
my knuckles. Let's
Yeah.
go.
What I mean is, I have two kids that are 18 months apart, and there are some days like yesterday. I was telling you, glorious, played together, laughed together, having the best time ever. Protect each other. Yada yada yada.
It's great when it's great.
Totally. Today they woke up spitting fire at each other. You know, it's just like, And I've seen this before. I've seen this story before. So I immediately put them on the couch with a very stern. I'm trying to be more stern. It's my new thing.
I like it.
I will not have another day like this. This is summer. It's meant to be fun. Summer is fun. Yeah. Any Summer House fans out there? Summer is fun. I was like, we are going to get this negative energy out of us. So I dragged them all out, all three of them, in workout clothes. And I was like, we're working out. We're going to get the energy, the negative energy out. If you have, built up anything, we're going to slam it out. I did like a slam ball. We did a little circuit.
Yeah.
The first 5 or 10 minutes was pretty nightmarish. Like if a neighbor walked by, they would be like concerned because it looked a little bit bad from the outside.
You drill sergeanting them?
100%. I have a 4-year-old and I'm like, you will do a push up the right way. We're all doing it. You can't sit.
They're like, you're doing psycho. It.
I know.
It's like, the plot. What am I watching?
Even my 9-year-old, it's like, you shouldn't really be working out your 9-year-olds in a way that's a little bit like that. But I did it for the right reasons. And it was nice. I've been telling you, I've been working out with the kids and it's been fun.
Yeah.
I now also think it's therapy. Okay. So it's kind of a low to high too. My low was it started off with sibling fighting and I just nipped it in the bud. We went out, worked out, and then they have been pretty great the rest of the day.
I love it. Well, maybe it's Ann Drill Sergeant. That's your new vibe.
Maybe it is. I like it.
I don't hate
it. It could get me in the best shape of my life too, if that's kind of my therapy.
And honestly, it's like every time you got to keep changing tactics on it. Yeah. Like this will probably work for a while and then it won't. You'll have to think of something else. But like 100%, you got a new tactic that's working for a second. Great. Ride that wave.
Totally. So we'll see. A low to a high.
Well, I like the idea of a slam ball. It's like, I am a big believer. It's like, you can't be putting down, like it never works to stuff a feeling down, right?
Yeah.
It's like, get it out. And get it out by not yelling at each other. Get it out by...
We started with deep breaths, we started with the stretching and like, like kind of bend down, exhale, go back
and then
down.
They hit each other in the...
Exactly. And the girls were really into it. And I had a couple like Ace, like flailing or like breathing, like, it was just like trying to do it just to annoy me. And then we did make it to a place. And I think it's like, even if in the moment they were like, oh, Mom, I think they could take that with them long term. I think they could.
Okay. I like it. I like your optimism.
We'll see.
Blind optimism.
We'll see.
All right. Cool. Well, let's move into our Everything's Not Awful. I think you have one this week.
I do. I have one that was kind of for Father's Day, so I thought it was timely. But the U.S. Open was this past weekend, which is a golf tournament. And
can I make one aside?
What's that?
One quick aside.
Sure. One aside.
10 minutes to go in the Toy Story movie. Cal comes over. He's got to go to the bathroom immediately. And I missed the last 10 minutes, basically. U.S. Open. I had watched a lot of it. And I was like folding laundry or whatever. The last 10 minutes, something popped up. And I missed like the last 3 holes. I was just like, if this isn't parenting, I don't know what is.
That's such a parenting move.
Totally. But great U.S. Open. Carry on.
Well, also, everything's not awful, Kate. Let me finish the everything's not awful before you start bringing in some negative energy.
Yeah, I did. My bad.
I'm going to get you out there slam balling.
Yeah. I'll see. That's what I'll do this afternoon.
I'll send you our regiment.
Anyway, I want you to drill sergeant me.
I will. On FaceTime.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Well, listen, this is a sweet story, though, to get you out of that headspace. Okay?
Bring me over.
So 2 points to this. There is a kid called Miles Russell. His name is Miles Russell.
Okay.
And he is the second youngest person to ever qualify to participate in the US Open. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Doogie Howser.
Doogie Howser.
What's
Really
how old?
cool. He's 17.
Oh, wow. Yeah. High schooler.
Yeah, I'm high schooler. And in all the interviews, he's been really kind of charming. And
cute.
it's kind of been cool for like Ace, to show Ace. But anyways, the point is that's really cool. So we were kind of following his story. And then on the 18th hole, and this was worked out ahead of time with the PGA because they have a lot of rules and things. He had worked it out to be able to surprise his dad. So his dad's there, obviously beaming with pride that his 17-year-old is participating.
Can't even imagine.
And when they walk up to the 18th hole, he walks over and has his caddy trade with his dad. It was all worked out ahead of time. So they surprised his dad.
Oh,
and
the dad didn't know what the caddy and PGA did.
Exactly. So they went over and they gave him the caddy bib, and his dad was like, obviously so emotional.
Crying. Yeah.
And they got to walk up the 18th green together and he caddied for him. And I just thought, I was like, I was in tears. And it was like,
can you imagine how just like, I know how I feel at a swim meet. Like
100%.
What must it feel like for your kid's first PGA tour?
Oh my gosh. And just like a moment in time to walk up with him and be a part of it. And I see my son and husband bonding on the golf course right now. And I was just like kind of had a flashback to probably their child. Like he caddying for him at a young age and
also,
watching him play for
17-year-old
years.
to ask for that. Good job, Miles.
I know. The whole thing was really cool. So that was like, it was like, everything's not awful. It was an amazing father-son story, sports story.
It.
Yeah, it really was.
I'm also proud of the PGA because there's a lot of rules and I could see them being sticklers. It's like, thank you for taking a breath. Remember that you're human and like creating this magical moment. Like, good job, PGA.
It was really special to see. Now, I will say, one of the commentators almost ruined it.
How?
Because as the caddy, which was a smaller, younger guy, was taking off his bib, they have like a caddy bib. He was putting it on the dad, and the dad was kind of trying to get in it. And he was like, we might need to get a bigger bib. And it was just like, oh, don't ruin the moment. Don't embarrass the dad.
Oh, no. Come on, announcer.
It had a little bit of that energy, but honestly, it didn't ruin the moment, and it was perfect. And I'll post a little reel on this. It was just a really special moment. So,
oh, that's cute. I can't wait to look it up.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So let's get into this will air at like end of June. So it's sort of like our mid-year check-in. Now I went back before this and listened to our episode, which we titled Get It Tight, Get It Right, because that was going to be our 2026 theme. So before we get into the specifics, like how are you feeling about the theme of Get It Tight, Get It Right? Does it still feel like the right theme for you?
Yes, I think so. So for me, I feel like we have been getting it right. To me, get it right, get it tight means like you're really focusing on getting everything kind of buttoned up, right? And both professionally and personally. And so I feel like I'm really accomplishing some of those goals we'll talk about. Others I still am working on. But to me, it still has the same energy of like, I really like to keep that flow. I like where I'm going. I like what I've done already. Yeah. I've gotten a lot of things in order that weren't in order in January. So for me, it still sticks. What about you?
High motivation, high action. This is kind of what we talked about. And I think that feels right. I will say, in some regards, it feels spot on. And I'm very proud of, we'll get into some of the tactics of it. But I do think I'm experiencing a slight vibe shift.
Oh, tell me more.
Okay. People who really know me know I can be like a bit aggro. It's like too intense. You know what I mean? Like too much action, too much motivation. Like that's never my problem. I know. So this, like, it was right in my comfort spot of like, yes, let's grind. Cha, 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 cha. You know?
Yeah.
But the evolution of Kate 2.0 is a little bit more like finding ease. Okay. So I think for me, just like vibe wise, for the second half of the year, I'd like it to be a little less high motivation, high action. I'm going to actually kind of migrate into a headspace that's like trusting. Well, we'll get into the next part, which is like we both wanted to like trust ourselves and like believe in ourselves a little more deeply. But it's like I'm going to kind of do it with a little bit more ease in the second
Do you
half.
have a name for it? So like, get it right, get it tight with ease. Is that the new?
It just doesn't feel right together, does it?
We'll have to come up with a new. Yeah, get it right, get it tight.
And
with
I don't
ease.
want to take it away from like, I think get it tight, get it right for you. Still, if that's hitting, great. Like keep that going.
Well, to me, we just had a lot of stuff to get in order on my side.
We did. And I do feel proud of the progress we made.
And like, honestly, I still stay with the fact that like, I would still like to get it right, get it tight. You know, it's like, if you can't tone it, tan it.
You stay with,
I'm going to get it tight and tan it.
Of course you do. Of course you do. Okay, I'll come up with a snappier name, but for me, it's like
chill,
execute with ease. How's that?
I love that.
Okay, I just came up with that. No big deal.
Right. Execute with ease.
Okay, so the next kind of element of it was you talked a little bit about believing in yourself more, and mine is the same thing, but I just said trust myself. Like, how do you feel like that's gone for you?
I feel like I don't know if I'll ever get to 100% of believing in my. That sounds terrible as I say it out loud.
Well, I'm like a therapist, but yeah. Okay.
Well, like I'm very confident, and I believe
confident
in who I am and what I'm doing. But there's also this thing, like I've been burned a lot in work settings before, and there's always this like part of me that's like
well, it's
I want to believe in myself no matter what the outside world says. That's what it is. I have a hard time. I believe in myself a lot. I believe in us. Yes.
I know, but it's your personality. Like you love knocking stuff off the list and proving somebody wrong. And like, that's a whole thing of your personality. So,
yeah. So like
your
if somebody
underbelly of that,
well, like if somebody is pushing back on something that I'm doing or believe in, that's where I have a hard time being like doubling down and be like, no, I'm doing it exactly right. You know, I always am like, is there room for improvement? Or maybe I don't trust myself as much, or like, are they right? Is there a little bit of what they say that's right? And I want to get rid of that. I don't have that yet fully.
Yeah, it does feel nice when it's like very intrinsic as opposed to extrinsic. Like I will decide if I've done a good job based on how outside people feel versus knowing. That's I mean, it's hard for everybody, but yeah, I like that.
I still got a little work to do in that way, but I with all of that said, I believe 100% in who I am and what we're doing. So I've made.
You're on your way.
I'm on my way. What about you? What's the trusting?
Well, I was taking in a lot of external information, almost to an overload point. With news, with newsletters, with business stuff. Social media can sort of do this for me too, where it's like, I can't enjoy it because everything I'm going, oh, that's a good idea. We should have done that. It's like all these inputs flooding me.
It makes it good from a research standpoint of knowing what's going on, but.
Totally. But I will say I have done a good job denoising. And that has made it a little bit more space to sort of go, what do I think? How do I feel? How do I want to spend the day? And like also just spending more time going, you know what you're doing. You've done this before. Like versus, you start reading and it feels like, and we are at an interesting business time where a lot of things are in shift with AI and how its new impacts and stuff. But it's like, I was taking in so much that I was like getting overwhelmed by it. And I think I was getting out of trust with myself and started being like, oh my God, I don't know all these things and everything's changing. And it's like, breathe. You've done this before. It's not that different. A lot of this is bullshit. Like, consume it when you want to consume it. Take agency over this information a little bit more. Get back into a place where you're driving. You're not like letting things kind of come over you.
Yeah.
So I denoised well. And I would say if I plot pointed this, I like my trajectory. But when I get stressed, oftentimes it's still this gremlin creeping in, which is like, I'll read about somebody else and be like, oh God, we should have done that. Or, like, oh, that new tool, I haven't tried it yet. Let me go try that. It's like some of that's good, but I got to keep that in check.
Well, and I think, our team and us do a good job now of kind of recalibrating a little bit. For a while, I did feel like we could be a little like pivot, like Okay,
Well,
what's the
everything I
new
was
thing? Let's
reading,
look.
yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
And I
And
think that we've
it's a
gotten to a good
frenzy.
place.
There is just a
Mhm.
frenzy right now. Like, try this new tool. Are you not using agents? Oh, you don't have 100 agents going? And I was kind of like letting that eat
Right.
my lunch for a minute. And now I'm like, most of this is, well, first of all, we're doing all the smart things. We're trying new tools and they make sense. But like,
Right.
take a breath. Take a breath.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
let's move on. The next category for both of us was fitness. And we talked a lot about wanting to like time block and like actually carve out space for it. How do you feel like you've done on that?
So, from January to up to May, I crushed
Yeah.
it. And it was the best thing I've done. You kind of
Yeah.
highlighted this as something that you do. And I had never really done it in the way of like every day on my calendar is the time block for myself. And it's almost always workout or whatever it needs to be. Sometimes it can be just personal, like a walk or, just
Yeah.
go get a coffee even or whatever.
Physical and mental health time, sort of.
Totally. And it was a game changer. I feel like it
I felt like
really,
you did such a good job.
I do too. And then May Simber kicked my ass. We
Can't blame
talked
it,
about
May.
this.
Yeah.
And it's like I wasn't able to find the time to like work out or give it to myself. And I was always filling in the slots with like, oh, well, this is an exception because we have to do this today, or this is an exception. And I
Yeah.
made too many exceptions. And then all of a sudden, there's like a whole month where I felt like I wasn't really doing my routine for myself personally, fitness, mentally, and I started to crumble. And at first it's fine. It's fine. And then after a couple like weeks, all of a sudden you're
Fine,
like,
it's
what?
fine.
What is wrong
Yeah.
with me? Now I'm not hitting my fitness goals. Now I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
And then you start to feel off the rails. And I think we're finding our way back in June. I'm not fully there, but it's way better than May, December.
Yeah.
And we're getting into the summer routine. And I honestly feel though that just knowing it's there, even if it's not the full time block right now, I get enough, which is good.
Yeah.
Or I'm able to work out, but maybe the kids are with me or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
Totally.
but it's enough right now that's working. And I think each week is different in the summer. And I just know that some are stronger than others.
Yeah.
What
I'd say
about
overall,
you?
great job. I think for me, I've done a good job time blocking. I said I wanted to do more workout classes too.
Mm-hmm.
That sort of ebbed and flowed with work stuff because they're at
Yeah.
specific times. And it's like, like for a while I was doing like 2 classes a week. I haven't been in like maybe a month though now. Same
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to recommit to a couple classes a week. In fact, my girl text thread, they were like, who can go tomorrow? And it's like, well, I have to do camp drop off, but maybe I could drop them off 10 minutes earlier and squeeze over there, maybe a couple minutes late. Like, again, that kind of
Just
thing.
like try to
throws
figure it out. Yeah. Right.
But I kind of slipped similar to you. The last May and June have been a slip a bit. And then now I'm going to recommit and see if I can get back to, especially now that tennis is pretty much over for the summer. I think I can like get this back in because I did love it and I felt stronger when I did them.
Listen, it's not all about the physical appearance either.
No, it's feeling. It's how I feel.
It's how you feel. But I will say it's probably what inspired us to do the Get It Hot list yet again because I was feeling off of it.
Well, this is what we do.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
speaking of health, you said you wanted to like focus on eating clean, like cooking a lot, not a lot of pantry food.
So this is where I feel like I'm doing really good at this, which is if you're talking about a fitness person who's trying to hit major goals and eating 100% clean and like chicken and beef, chicken and veggie only, that's not what I'm talking about here. We do eat very healthy for the most part, but we also, I'm about like clean ingredients. Like I've been making a lot of food. So like I make the sourdough. I've been making really good family meals.
Yeah.
We grill out a ton in the summer. There's nothing that makes me happier than that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like, yes, I'm accomplishing that. And I feel like we're in a really good place. And yet we still have our pizza nights and stuff like that. Like, it's a different type of clean eating.
No, but I think that was your goal, right? Like that you already had. Yeah. And I feel like you pretty much crushed this goal.
Yeah. I'm feeling really good about it. And cooking is a form of therapy for me, I think. Like, I love that. So, like, if I'm having a hard day, a lot of times I'll be like, I just need to, like, stop what I'm doing for a second and go make a dinner or something. And that it gives me, that's kind of like my peace in a weird way.
Yeah. The next one on my list was I wanted to be a better friend and think of other people more. It's kind of funny to like think back, like, have I been a good friend? Like trying to think of specific instances.
Yeah. Should we like insert call some friends right now?
Totally. Like there were a couple times where I was able to help someone out and I did it and I loved it and it felt great. I will say, I think the spirit of this was more on a daily basis. Like, are you calling mom and Sarah? And are we, am I kind of really being conscientious of other people?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I've really done a good job here. Maybe I think there's more to do. I don't know. Life at this stage, I kind of find myself getting self-centered because it's like, okay, work. I mean, I'm doing a good job with my family.
Yeah.
But like, it gets pinched like outside of that.
I will say, and I know, we're unique in that we talk all the time anyways.
Yeah.
But you don't give yourself enough credit with that statement because you're so thoughtful and considerate and to the people you are talking to a lot. You know what I mean? Like I feel that from you a ton. And I know how much, you always have a story where you're coming back having like a great weekend with your friends and that energy you're putting into them is that. You know what I mean? That's part of it.
Yeah, that's great. That's right. That's a more graceful approach to it versus like big things.
Well, and it's hard to call people all the time and check in. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it just really, but like when you do check in, what is the feeling on both sides? I think that's more important. And I would probably say you're crushing that too.
I like that. Maybe I could just do one click up on calling mom and dad, Sarah, just like a touch more than I do.
Yeah. Well, I would say if they were on here, they probably would say the same thing, which is you do. And when you do talk, it's like nothing's changed.
That's nice. Okay. Your next one was on the beauty side. You were going to go more au naturel.
Fuck that. Bleep that, I meant.
I'm like, what were we even talking about? It was probably just like you didn't paint your nails for 2 weeks.
I was gonna say my nails are still bare. If that's what we're talking about, I crushed that.
Sure. Okay.
My nails are all natural. I'm actually kind of liking this more than anything.
I still have bare nails too, partially because I'm just haven't had the time. Well, I actually decided strategically to put the money into the lashes, not the nails.
Love the lashes. They look great.
Thank you. Every once in a while, do you feel like it makes my eyes look droopy? Like there have been moments where I see it back and I'm like, I don't know.
No, I like it. I think that what's nice about it is you don't need makeup and you look.
I know I do feel natural almost, even though it's the least natural.
You don't wear a ton of makeup. So it's like, it looks really great on you because it's just a natural long lash that like, it looks great. It doesn't look too much.
This is our version of natural. Robots putting on my lashes. That's natural. That's what we got.
Exactly why I bleeped this. I mean, am I highlighting my hair and going, yes. Am I not letting gray show? Yes. Am I trying to do Botox when I can? Yes. Am I trying to just get thinner with every tool I have possible? Yes. Like, no, I'm not going natural.
We've added skincare. You know what you have done on the beauty side though? Not that you have it done today, but I think you figured out your perfect hair.
Oh yeah, I did crush that, but that's not natural. That's just like another.
No, it's not natural, but it's I think a beauty step in the right direction.
I feel like I'm figuring out what looks good. I don't think I look bad. I just think I'm not like, let's just age gracefully and see what happens. It's not me right now. It's not my vibe. I'm like, what can I do to improve this?
How can I fight this with everything I got? Okay, I like that. We should have. That was just a dumb goal, I think.
Yeah, stupid goal to think of. What was I thinking in January?
Why did you think it could be natural? That was hilarious. Okay. All right, parenting.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what you said. You wanted to have individual goals with each kid. For Lola, you wanted to do one-on-one physical things like workouts, walks, less just like going on errands as the catch-all.
Mm-hmm.
With Ace, you wanted to do more sports with him, more golf and things that he liked to connect. And then with Lily, you said, I need to not forget about her. I should probably sign her up for one thing.
Hilarious.
So
Okay.
how
I
do you
actually
feel like
think I'm
you're
doing pretty well here.
Yeah.
So I have been working out with Lola, kind
Mhm.
of like our thing. And she truthfully like liked the walks at first, and then it felt like a chore to her.
Like,
So we've been
Mom.
doing, yeah, exactly. So instead of walking, which is easier, we've been doing more like workouts in the garage or in the driveway. And
Okay.
some days are she's so reluctant. It's almost like we do it a little bit and it's like, okay, all right, And other days she's wonderful. And those wonderful days make it worth the whole thing worth it. And it's just about, I keep pushing this, like, we want to be strong. Like, there's confidence in feeling strong. And
Mhm.
I've like, we listened to these songs, like I've introduced her to like Fighter by Christina Aguilera
Oh,
and like
classic.
those like Stronger by Kelly Clarkson and the whole
Mhm.
cliche of
Yeah.
songs. But it's making me feel this like powerful, like woman power. And
Yeah.
like, again, if Lola was on here getting interviewed, she would be like, I don't know, my mom's making me go out there. But I'm hoping something's resonating underneath, the surface,
Well, do
which
you feel
is
like you've been
like,
able to connect with her? Like, what? Because I think a lot of it was just trying to find you and her thing that wasn't running errands and
that's
dragging
it.
her around.
That's
Yeah.
it. And I will say, so Ace gave me this puzzle piece necklace.
That's cute.
It was for Mother's Day, and it's like when I sing him to sleep, he's gonna be embarrassed by this, but when I put him to bed, it's kind of like we fit together like a puzzle piece when we talk and laugh or whatever. It's just like comfort, and so
Mhm.
he gave me a puzzle piece because we always say that,
That's cute.
like, and it's really sweet. And Lola the other day said, like, well, what's our puzzle piece? And I was
You need
like,
your
I
own
need it.
thing.
We need our own thing. And we have been doing the stronger thing, and she likes this. So, like, maybe we
Mhm.
get like a little stronger. Pretty soon this necklace is going to be unhinged, but like, I'm going to need a little charm for her, which is almost like our, like,
Just
we're
go to
strong.
Pandora and get another charm.
I know. And you know what's funny is I put it on my engagement necklace from Phil. He got me a
Yeah.
necklace the night before our wedding, and it's a beautiful, amazing necklace. And now it's got like charms coming on it.
I do feel like you could do a different, like I'm into mixing metals and you could do a couple charms on, more of a chain kind of thing.
Yeah. So we'll have to figure that out. But like, I do think we have our thing. I think it will continue
Cute.
to evolve. And it's just being together. That's all. And I
Well,
want
I
her
had
to
to laugh
just
because I was
feel
thinking of
confident.
you wanted to do golf with A's. I was laughing thinking of your story of that tournament. That was like,
Yeah. I think what I would say is like, I would want to do not serious golf. And
yeah. I take it all back. Okay, what about
totally.
Lily? You haven't mentioned her. Did you forget about her? Or did you sign her
Nope,
up for
didn't
one
forget
thing?
about her. I was just gonna say, she is about to do soccer. She was too young in the spring to do soccer.
Cute.
So I'm coaching her in soccer coming up.
Okay.
It starts at the end of July. And I just signed her up for a little dance class that she's gonna start too.
Perfect.
So I am very excited for her to start her things. And she is just turning into this little person now with so much
Mhm.
personality. And I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with her. So I'm really
I
excited
am
to start
too.
seeing her like grow into
She
what,
also
see what she
knows that
loves.
she's like all of our littlest,
Uh-huh.
Like I just saw her last weekend and like I don't know. She knows how to work a room. It's
She really
great.
does. She
That's great.
really does. She just says the funniest things now. Like,
Mhm.
some of them are quotes from Creature Cases, the show she's obsessed with, but she
Yeah.
just drops these lines now that you were saying with Calvin, that are so funny
Yeah.
in the moment, and then she'll walk away and it's like, what just happened here?
Yeah.
Like, it's the
It's so
cutest.
funny. Okay, good
What
job.
was your parenting one?
Well, I was feeling from 2025 that I was spending a lot of times on things that like weren't one-on-one with the kids. For example, I joined the PTA. It was a lot of effort in service of my kids, but it wasn't that direct connection. So I decided to
Mhm.
focus all of my 2026 time on things that are more tangible. So I stepped down from the PTA, which I'm proud of myself for. I
Mhm.
feel like I kind of accomplished what I wanted to with that, and then it ended up being a little bit too much. And now I'm just focusing on coaching them, maybe like going into the classroom or on field trips, things where it's like more with them.
Mhm.
Um, and I've done a good job. I went on the field trips. Like I felt like I was able to prioritize the things that were like high engagement value
Mhm.
and then step back from the field day and the things that weren't as one-on-one.
Yeah.
So I feel good about where this one is. And then
I love
I
that.
always get a ton in because the basketball season starts in the fall for both of them. So I always get a ton, I feel like, in that space. So
I love that. I think that is important. It's like when you have a lot of things going on, adding the PTA was very aggressive because of just the time commitment. So I
it was more
appreciate
than I thought.
you
It was more than I thought
recalibrating.
it was more than I thought it was going to be. That's for sure.
And it's not that you don't want to help and do things and like, and appreciate the community and the school, but it is really important to focus that time and energy that you have that it seems so little these days with the kids 100%.
Well, and there were some real pros out of it. One, I feel like I really much better understand how schools operate. And even for Sage Haven stuff, I think that will be very valuable. And that was one of my goals. I feel like check. 2, I built relationships with a lot more people at the school in a way that I really feel more connected into the school. It's like you give to get. And I felt like I got a lot of relationships and I feel like I really know the administrators and that was great.
Yeah.
3, I have a deep appreciation for the women who are incredibly talented that give so much of their time to keep that school running.
100%.
I had no idea. No idea. So for all of you working moms out there that kind of understand and you think it's just class parties, no. These women run the school. They run the calendar. They run the events. Like it would not work without them and they get paid nothing. I'm like blown away. Also, not many of them work. So the combination of me trying to work, I was just like, this is too much.
You don't want to just like do it and do it wrong or not have 100% in it.
Totally. It wasn't even in service of them. But like, God bless those women. And I don't know if I would have totally appreciated that.
Yeah.
So anyways, glad I did it. Glad I'm out. That's how I feel. I also said on the parenting front, I wanted to cook more with Grace instead of just bake. Now we haven't really done this, truthfully. She's not into it. I kind of pushed it and it's like she just wants to bake treats.
I actually am going to post, I just made a banana bread that was really easy and really delicious. That might be a fun one.
You'll laugh. We were going to make cookies for the drive-in on Saturday. She was really excited. Now there's a dispute. If you got her on here, she'd say I said 1.5 cups of flour. I'm pretty sure I said 2.5 cups of flour. But these cookies came out. Yeah, we need receipts. The cookies had half the flour that they were supposed to. They were literal grease, thin, like kind of comically bad. The only height on them was the chips. Like you could like. They still tasted good, but she was like, no. And then every time she looks at them, she said, "You said 1.5 cups." We're like,
totally. Get blamed. Our kids are the age now though where you can't make mistakes. They call you out, and they're usually right. They're usually right.
I'm gonna botch this because it was hilarious. But basically I said, "Is that your strategy?" to him the other day. He goes, "Yep, always blame others." He knew he was just joking with me, but he killed me with that.
That's hilarious. I love that.
Yeah. Okay. Last. This was more like marriage, trips, family, stuff like that. You said you wanted to continue your Friday date nights with Phil and just try to have more fun together, focused on you guys and not the kids. How'd you do?
I think pretty well. We kept up with the Kid Academy Friday nights, and when we didn't do the Kid Academy, it was because we chose to do like sourdough pizza night with the kids, but then we would still stay up late and hang out with each other. I do think that we've had a lot of fun together. But I haven't asked him, so we'll see. But no, I think that that's been actually really nice, and I don't feel like I'm missing date nights. Like I don't feel like an urge to be like, we got to have a date night, like we got to connect. Yeah. So I think that means we're doing it right.
I think so. Well, I'm probably not the one to ask here, admittedly, because I know so many couples that go, it's a date night a week, come hell or high water, we're doing it. That's not us. Yeah, for sure. I had said I want one overnight with Chris a quarter.
I thought that was aggressive just because overnights are like a much bigger deal to plan. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we did 0, so it was aggressive. We did none of those. I used to have more childcare options than I have available to me now. Or like it just worked out last year where like the parents were visiting and then we could do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways,
Right.
where are these options? They're not
Yeah.
here.
They don't strike. They don't strike at perfectly timing.
And I was laughing. I like had this whole spiel that I did on the last one. That's like, I'm going to do deals with my friends and take their kids for an overnight and they're going to take mine for an overnight. And I'm going to pull this off within my community.
I remember that.
I didn't do it at all. Part of it's I don't want their kids overnight, you know, if I'm being honest. It's like, it's a little too much.
Well, sometimes you just go with what's easy, which is why we found like we have this almost built in because I book it a month out, but like a Friday night, you decide Thursday night if you want to keep it parent night out.
I'm jealous of that. I'm really jealous of that lifetime.
That's free.
Now, here's what I'll
I
say.
like the free. I'm also cheap. You know, if like you're doing a date night every week, it's like, okay, how much is the babysitter? And then what dinner are you going to do? It's like, is it worth it every week? You know,
we had some fun like with other people, like where we played bocce.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say what I said with Chris is when we have these double dates, when we have our like friend group activities or bocce or whatever, can you be cute and can we kind of like have cute moments?
What do you say to that?
He was like, yes.
Oh, he did. He agreed. Okay.
He agreed. So what I think we've done better is not honestly more one-on-one time or overnights, but being cuter when we have adult time, even in a group. Where before, you know, sometimes it's like women over here, men over here, haven't seen you all night.
Yeah.
But we've had more like where we're hanging out a little bit at some of those. So that's been a little bit nice. And then we did do like that fun bottle rock adult only day trip. That felt like a real date, you know? And he and I even like left the group and kind of had some time, mostly because we were starving and wanted paella, but like that's neither here nor there. Like, I feel like we're doing fine, even though a couple more date nights wouldn't kill us.
Yeah.
But it's just, you know how it is. It's like, just feels expensive. And we're already blowing our budget for like help with the kids during the day. It just feels like almost excessive.
Well, like again, if you're getting time, even if it's just at home, it's like if it feels more stressful to go out at any point, that's when you call it and say not worth it this week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you got to read the room a little bit. So I think it sounds great. I feel like we both crushed that, and I am excited. So we haven't planned it yet. Well, we just had a very fun trip to Chicago, which we talked about with like a wedding and family.
The trips was the last one.
Yeah. And we're actually looking at maybe going to the beach or back east and doing something fun as a family at the end of summer, just kind of like an impromptu quick trip somewhere.
Yeah.
Because we have the time built in because we have an extra week of summer, it feels like, because we're starting a week later. So we'll see. I mean, we haven't again signed the dotted line on that one, but we're actively talking about doing something that is just our family and fun. So I'm excited.
I just also don't think it needs to be far away even.
No, it doesn't need to be a big thing. You know, we have the Midwest mentality. It's like we can drive anywhere within
do less.
10 hours.
No, you need to drive within an hour and a half.
Yeah.
You always push it with these aggressive road trips and I'm like, oh, do less.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, here was the thing I was trying to balance, which was like we had the wedding in Chicago and then we have the 4th of July in Indiana. And like Chris was feeling stressed about it with work. He's busy at work with some new projects and stuff, which is great.
And the trips just happened to be back to back.
Pretty much 2 weeks away. So anyways, how we ended up solving it was like, I'm taking the kids and he's going to stay here for July 4th, which I do feel like was actually what both of us needed.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about that. I feel like it's going to be the right balance. We'll miss him because I think he's the only one not coming out of our like age cohort. So I'm sure it will be hard like day of, but the reality is
we'll all be there.
It's what needed to happen.
And we just saw him like last week, which is nice. So yeah.
And I am doing like a friend day away in wine country in a couple weeks, which I'm excited about. And then I'm planning with a different friend group, one of those in the fall. So it's like, I feel like I'm kind of trying to do the like little day trip thing to scratch the itch.
I love that.
Yeah. And then Grace and I are booked for our one-on-one New York trip for her 10th birthday. I cannot believe it.
So exciting.
So I'm really pumped for that one.
I can't wait to hear all about it. And it's, you've inspired a lot of people, including myself, to do that for their own kids.
Okay. Well, I'm excited. All right. So at a high level, let's sum it up. I feel like we're kind of doing good. Most
Not
of those. There
bad.
were only a few.
Mm-hmm. And I like the ease you're adding to the back half of the year and just small tweaks that we can do to continue to improve.
Yeah, I'm not going to put pressure on that one overnight a quarter if it doesn't. Like if we can, great, but it just I don't want to watch other people's kids.
Yeah, I get that. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Overall,
Okay.
good job. Nice job,
All
TA.
right.
Nailed
All
it.
right. Perfect.
Keep it tight.
You
Keep
want
it
to move
right.
to the tech
tip?
tip?
Yeah. I'll just do a quick one, which is make sure you know who your kid is chatting with, no matter what platform they use. Obviously, this is a plug for Sage Haven because we make that incredibly easy because we have an ask and answer. Like you can import contacts or they can ask for a contact, but then parents have to approve it before the kid can message that person. So that makes it easy. But even if you're on Apple, they have something called communication limits where you can add only these contacts who your kid can talk with. Like take the time to make sure you know who they're messaging. That also gets rid of all the spam, scam, like numbers that they don't know, which can creep in there if you don't do that.
Yeah.
It's worth the parent time to do that. And I will say in the fall with the new Apple parental controls, they announced that they're going to also add that ask and approve system like we have, which will help. So it's like, hey, can I talk to this new person? Yes. So the kid can initiate, which is critical to actually making that work. So anyways, on Google, whatever, just make sure you know who they're chatting with. When things go really, really wrong, a lot of times it's because your kid's chatting with someone that you did not know, you would not approve, that snuck in there, that anyways, so don't be sleeping on that one. Okay, what's your obsession?
I love it. All right, I have 2 obsessions, and one is kind of something from our Get Hot list.
Okay.
But I have a facial trimmer that I'm obsessed with.
Yes.
Now, if you know, you know. And if you need it, you need it. And y'all need it. So the Panasonic from Amazon is like, it's Panasonic is the brand, but it's a facial trimmer Panasonic brand.
I have it too.
Like $28. I have gone through and tried many different brands. I've got target marketed for ones that I thought looked better, even paid a little bit more. Nothing's better than this one.
Yeah.
It's great. I also got introduced through my husband to a song, a group that's been around for a long time, I'm sure, called The Elevators. Are you familiar with this group?
Nope.
They have a song called Wrong Idea, but I've been listening to their music.
Yeah.
They have many good songs. That's just one that kind of
What kind of
right
music
now.
is it?
It almost makes you feel like you're at on vacation.
Oh, okay.
But it's easy listening. It's wonderful. So do yourself a favor. I'll link my favorite song right now.
Oh, I'm excited.
But you can just go to you can just go to Spotify. And we've been playing it just on our speaker in the house while we're cooking dinner and things. And it's a highlight.
Okay, good. I'm excited to check it out. I've never heard of them.
Yeah, they're wonderful. All right. What about you? What's your obsession?
Well, I'm in my lamp era. And I was like, I want a lamp for my office, but the perfect lamp for my office was in my living room. And I didn't love it in the living room. So I was finally like, okay, let me upgrade the living room lamp so I can get my office lamp dialed in.
Okay.
And I picked out this pretty rattan, like the base and the lampshade are both rattan.
Okay.
And it's the right height. Anyways, I just had looked on Pinterest and finally found the lamp. Some lamps can be crazy expensive, but the rattan ones, because it's not made of ceramic or something crazy expensive, it wasn't too bad. But it's huge. And I'll send you a picture of it. But I feel like the vignette that I've created in my living room is amazing.
Okay.
And at game night on Friday, I go around, I turn on my couple lamps. It's
set the mood.
Look prettier. I swear, small pools of diffused light is the key to beauty. You don't want an overhead. You don't want an overhead. And we all look good. You know what I mean? It's like, gosh, it's just about lighting, baby.
All right. Well, I love a good lamp too. We don't have that many yet. I'm not in my lamp area on my plant. So
I'll send you a picture. And if you post this, then you can post it for everybody to see on Instagram. But I like it. That's how I feel.
Love it. Obsessed.
Lamps. All right. Elevator music and lamps. Here we go. We're just cutting edge. Oh, well, it is what it is.
Well, as we always say, if you're out there and you haven't rated us, please rate us. Follow us on all the socials. Join our community.
Share us with your group chat.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, what else? What else?
Awesome. All right. Well, fun catching up. Good job on all our goals. We'll check in at the end of the year to see if we have tweaked any. But okay, that's a wrap.
Right. Well, as we like to say, and some people want clarity on this too, Lilas, love you like a sister.
Precisely. Peace out.
Bye.